Hello? We have all experienced it. That moment of self-consciousness in a close conversation, that rush to find a mint before a meeting. I am talking about bad breath or halitosis. It is a source of significant social anxiety, and it has spawned a multi-billion-dollar industry of solutions. We see aisles in our pharmacies filled with brightly colored bottles of mouthwash, promising to kill 99.9% of germs. We have endless varieties of gum and mints, but all of these products are based on one flawed premise, that bad breath is simply a problem of a dirty mouth. What if I told you that for many people, this is fundamentally untrue? What if your bad breath is not the problem at all, but is in fact a critical diagnostic signal, a warning message being sent from deep within your body? What if that mouthwash is doing nothing more than putting a piece of tape over your car's check engine light? My name is Professor Marcus Fischer. My work is to look past the symptoms and investigate the root causes. Today, we are going to act as biochemical detectives. We will analyze the 7 most significant causes of chronic bad breath, from the common to the critical, and reveal what your body is truly trying to tell you. Part 2, the first signal, the mouth and gums. We must begin with the most obvious location, the mouth itself. In about 80 to 90% of simple cases, bad breath does originate here. But the reason is what interests us. Signal number 1, gum disease, periodontal disease. Your mouth is home to a complex ecosystem of bacteria. When you consume a diet high in sugar and refined carbohydrates, the standard American diet, you are providing the perfect food source for certain types of bacteria. These bacteria multiply, creating a sticky film called plaque. If this plaque is not removed, it hardens into tartar. These bacteria then begin to attack your gums, causing inflammation, redness, and bleeding. This is gingivitis. As it progresses, the bacteria create deep pockets between your teeth and gums. These pockets are anaerobic, meaning they have no oxygen. This is the perfect environment for the most toxic bacteria to thrive. And as they break down food particles and tissue, they release compounds called volatile sulfur compounds, or VCs. These compounds smell like rotten eggs. In this case, your bad breath is a direct signal of a chronic, low-grade infection in your mouth. And what feeds this infection? Sugar. So, while a dentist is your first and most important stop to clean this up, the long-term solution is metabolic. You must cut off the fuel supply to these bacteria by addressing your diet. Part 3, the digestive cascade failure. But what if your dentist gives you a clean bill of health and the problem persists? This is our sign to look further down the system. The next stop is the digestive tract, starting with the stomach. Signal number 2, acid reflux and GERD. If your breath has a persistently sour or acidic smell, it is a very strong clue that you are dealing with gastroesophageal reflux disease, or GERD. This is a condition where the small muscular valve at the top of your stomach, the lower esophageal sphincter, or LES, is not closing properly. This allows the highly acidic contents of your stomach, along with partially digested food, to reflux or splash back up into your esophagus. This acid and these fumes are then exhaled, creating that sour odor. The great myth is that this is caused by too much stomach acid. For a vast number of people, the exact opposite is true. The LES valve is signaled to close tightly by the presence of strong acid. When your stomach acid is too weak, a state called hypochloridria, often caused by stress, nutrient deficiencies, or aging, the valve remains weak and does not get the signal to seal. Signal number 3, H. pylori infection. Within the stomach, we can also have a specific bacterial infection from a bug called Helicobacter pylori. This is the bacterium famous for causing stomach ulcers. H. pylori is a clever organism. To survive the acidic stomach, it produces an enzyme called urease, which breaks down urea into ammonia. This ammonia neutralizes the stomach acid around it, allowing it to burrow into your stomach lining. This ammonia gas is then exhaled, giving a distinct ammonia-like bad breath. Signal number 4, SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. If we travel further down, from the stomach into the intestines, we find our 4th major cause. This is one of the most underdiagnosed conditions. SIBO, or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. Your small intestine is where you absorb your nutrients. It is supposed to be relatively sterile. Your large intestine is where your bacteria are supposed to live. But what happens if that strong stomach acid, your gatekeeper, is too weak? Bacteria from your food or even from your large intestine can migrate upwards and begin to colonize your small intestine. Now, when you eat carbohydrates, these bacteria begin to feast on them in the wrong place. This process is called fermentation. These bacteria produce gases, primarily hydrogen and methane. These gases not only cause tremendous bloating and discomfort, but they are absorbed into your bloodstream, travel to your lungs, and are exhaled. This can produce a variety of odors, from a rotten smell to a sulfurous one that no amount of mouthwash will ever fix because the source is 20 feet of intestines. Part 4. The metabolic signals. Next, we move away from digestion and into the systemic signals from your metabolism. These smells are not from infection or rot, but are the direct result of the fuel your body is burning. Signal number 5, benign ketosis, keto breath. If your breath has a distinct fruity smell or smells like nail polish remover, you are likely exhaling a compound called acetone. This is often a harmless, and in the context of this channel, a positive sign. When you remove carbohydrates from your diet and switch your body to burning fat for fuel, your liver produces molecules called ketones. One of these ketones, acetoacetate, can spontaneously break down into acetone. This acetone is a volatile compound, so your body gets rid of it through your urine and notably through your lungs. This keto breath is a temporary benign sign that you have successfully flipped your metabolic switch from a sugar burner to a fat burner. It is a sign of adaptation, not disease. Signal number 6, diabetic ketoacidosis, DKA. However, there is a pathological and life-threatening twin to this smell. This is the same fruity acetone smell, but it occurs in the context of uncontrolled type 1 diabetes, or sometimes late-stage type 2 diabetes. In this scenario, the body has no insulin whatsoever to let sugar into the cells. The cells are starving. The body panics and begins breaking down fat at a dangerously rapid and uncontrolled rate, producing a massive, overwhelming amount of ketones. This turns the blood acidic, a state called ketoacidosis. The body desperately tries to blow off this excess acid in the form of acetone. If you are not intentionally on a ketogenic diet and you or someone near you develops this strong, sweet nail polish remover breath, especially if it's combined with confusion, nausea, or rapid breathing, this is a medical emergency. Part 5, the systemic failure, signals. Finally, we come to the most serious signals of all. These are signs that your body's master detoxification systems are failing. Signal number 7, liver or kidney failure. Your liver and kidneys are your primary filtration plants, responsible for removing toxic byproducts from your blood. When they fail, these toxins build up and are exhaled through the lungs. In advanced liver failure or cirrhosis, the liver can no longer filter toxic substances like ammonia and mercaptans. This creates a very distinct, musty, sweet, and slightly fecal odor on the breath known as fetor hepaticus. It is a very grave sign. In advanced kidney failure, the kidneys lose their ability to filter urea from the blood. This urea builds up and is broken down into ammonia. This results in a fishy or ammonia-like smell on the breath, known as uremic fetor. These last two signals are not subtle. They are profound signs of end-stage organ disease and require immediate medical intervention. Part 6, your root cause action plan. So, let us review. We have 7 primary signals, from a simple gum infection to a broken digestive tract, to a metabolic state, to a critical organ failure. How do you, the individual, use this information? You must become a detective and follow a logical protocol. Step 1, see your dentist. This is your first and most essential stop. You must rule out the most common cause. Get a full cleaning and an evaluation for gum disease. Step 2, see your doctor. You must rule out the most serious causes. Share your concerns. A simple blood test can check your liver and kidney function as well as your blood glucose levels to rule out the systemic dangers we discussed. Step 3, investigate your gut. If your breath is sour, rotten, or ammonia-like, and your mouth is healthy, your primary focus should be your digestive tract. Work with a practitioner to investigate GERD, H. pylori, and SIBO. You must fix the gut. Often this starts with restoring proper stomach acid levels. Step 4, change your fuel. This is the core of our philosophy. For gum disease, for GERD, and for SIBO, the problem is often being fueled by a diet high in sugar and refined carbohydrates. By removing these foods, you stop feeding the bacteria in your mouth. You help restore the proper pH of your stomach, and you starve the bacteria in your small intestine. You fix the root of the problem by changing the fuel you put into your body. Stop using mouthwash as a cover-up. Start listening to your body. Your breath is a message. It is time to decode it. Thank you for your time. In our next video, we will discuss the essential supplements that most people are deficient in and why they are critical for your metabolism. Please remember to consult your physician and dentist. This is for educational purposes only.